San Francisco, 1855. As gold fever ebbed, the city turned its face to the sea and fortunes to be made in trade. A principal import was furs from the sealing grounds of Russian America. Russian factories on the San Francisco waterfront handled the bulk of the fur trade, and the Russians were driving Americans out of the business by consistently underselling them.
Now I ask you, Mr. Crane, how do these Russians undersell and beat out Native American fur dealers on their own home grounds? Now you answer me that.
I haven't any idea, Mr. Bixby.
Well, I have. And I'll tell you right now, they couldn't do it if they were paying full duty on these skins.
We pay full duty on those skins, Mr. Grigsby.
No. You're free to examine the Custom House books at any time, Mr. Grigsby. Good day, sir.
Oh, Mr. Wayne. I've been looking for you, Commissioner. One of their port collectors was murdered.
Who?
Wiggins.
How?
Knifed. I'm holding a Russian, Mikhail Roscoe.
Well, that's the second one of your men got killed, ain't it, Crane?
Yes. First George Cobb, now Wiggins.
Got to get these Russians out of San Francisco before you run out of port collectors.
What are you getting at?
I say that the Russians did both killings.
Why?
Because they are smuggling pelts, that's why. It's the only way they can undersell the market the way they're doing.
Can you prove it?
No.
Then shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up. I've got a right to my say. And I say the sooner we hang a few of these Russians, the sooner we'll teach them a little respect for rules and regulations.
Oh, just hang them. Take them out and hang them. No trial, no evidence, just a rope. Is that it?
Why not?
There'll be no lynchings in San Francisco, Grigsby. Those days are gone forever.
You want to bet on that, Mr. Wayne?
California, California,
The Californians.
California, I've come to live where life is best. In the Golden West, I'm gonna strike it rich in California. California.
One witness put Roscoe, the Russian, at the scene of the crime. The witness was James McFadden, another port collector. You say Roscoe was holding a knife. Is this the knife?
That's it, all right?
What about it, Roscoe?
По наговору забрали, ваше благородие.
No, wait a minute. You speak English. Why did you kill this man?
I kill? No. He scream, I run, find him dead.
Is this your knife?
Da.
Then you killed Wiggins. It's as simple as that, isn't it, Marshal?
Maybe. Roscoe, I'm locking you up. The charge is suspicion of murder.
Чтоб нутро ножом пырнуть, так это уже никогда. Мы люди маленькие, ваше благородие, как же так?
Hello, Matt. How are you? What are you going to have?
Manan Gahila. A boy gave me a note to meet you here. Why the formality?
I wanted it to look like an accidental meeting. You heard about the second Vigilance Committee, I imagine?
I've heard.
Frank Grisby is making a lot of trouble and complained to the city council. He says that the police department is riddled with graft and that you're letting the Russians get away with murder. And he's asked the Vigilance Committee to take action.
What kind of action?
Hang Roscoe and pitch the Russians out of town. Grisby also pointed out that this is the second customs officer to be killed and that both of them had had dealings with Russian trade.
What kind of dealings?
Oh, official business, you know, checking furs, examining them, setting the duties, things like that.
Is that all?
Well, isn't that enough?
No. I'm going to treat these like any other murders. Get the evidence first. And if it's sufficient, turn it over to the prosecutor and let him take action against Roscoe.
It would help if you'd work fast.
I won't be pressured by Grigsby or any vigilance committee.
I don't think you quite appreciate the
I
serious...
appreciate it, all right. Every time anybody with an axe to grind takes it to the vigilantes, there's an incitement to riot by a lot of self-appointed saints and guardians of public morality. I'm sick of it, Jack. You tell your committee. If they start anything, I'll be waiting with a shotgun loaded with buck.
Wayne, I'll have your badge for this. I'll have you thrown out so hard you'll bounce.
Sir Grigsby, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Didn't you send this badge-toting thug to haul me out of a public place? and drag me through the streets like a common felon?
I sent a plainclothes officer to invite you to come here.
You what?
I think you and I have a few things that we might talk over in a nice, friendly way.
Like what?
This Russian business.
I thought so. Well, I'll tell you right now, I've got nothing I want to talk about to you.
Mr. Grigsby, you walk out that door and you'll be arrested and charged, sir. Charged with inciting to riot, with conspiring to overthrow city authorities, with conducting unlawful assemblies, and a few more things we'll dig out of the city ordinances if we need them. Now, why don't you sit down, sir?
All right, what do you want to know?
What have you got against these Russians?
They're murdering devils, that's what they are. Ruin a decent American citizen's business with their graft and cheating and murdering.
We're holding a Russian for one murder. There's nothing proven in that case.
What about George Cup? Murdered, wasn't he? Less than a week ago. Port collector, wasn't he? Just like Wiggins?
You saying the Russians have an open season on port collectors?
Well, they got reason to. They're underselling me, and they're smuggling pelts, that's what. And killing port collectors that got on to them.
Why do you say that?
The government protects us hide dealers by putting a heavy duty on imported hides.
What's that got to do with these murders?
Well, these Russians are bringing in hides. They've got the local market flooded with prices that they couldn't afford to sell at if they were paying the import duty. They've got to be smuggling in order to show a profit. That's why Cup and Wiggins were killed. They knew about the smuggling.
I'll look into it, Mr. Grigsby. Thanks for coming in.
You better come up with some answers pretty soon, Wayne. There's a lot of us that just as soon burn these Russians out of San Francisco.
Barnes. Pick up McFadden. I want to talk to him tonight.
What was all the trouble uptown?
Wiggins was murdered.
No.
It's a fact. The marshal had me in for questioning.
Well, they don't suspect you, do
Oh,
they?
no, I was a witness. Waiter, what do you have?
The usual. Poor Wiggins.
Man, he asked for it.
What do you mean?
Well, anyone that takes a job as a port collector asks for trouble. The big man sits up on Nob Hill and gets all the gravy. It's poor dubs like Wiggins. And me, that do all the dirty work. For crumbs.
Dirty work?
Well, never mind that. I'm getting out of it now.
Oh, you mean you're finally quitting?
That's right.
What will you use for money?
I've got money. Enough to get married on. How soon can you get ready?
Me?
That's right, you.
Oh, Jimmy. You wouldn't kid a girl, would you? You know what I've been.
Oh, I'm no angel myself. Peggy, I'm crazy about you.
Oh, then why didn't you say something before?
How could I? Was busted.
Will you have money now?
It's practically in me hand.
How much money, Jimmy?
$5,000.
$5,000. Where did you get
Well,
it?
never mind about that. It's mine, and I earned it. I'm going to set us up, Peg. Me like a nabob, and you like a lady.
I'm happy, Jimmy. For the first time in my life, I'm happy. Don't let anything happen to us.
Oh, now what can happen to us? I have a call uptown, but I'll be back.
It's about the money, isn't it?
Now, don't you worry about the money, darling. It's our stake.
But we don't need that kind of a stake. Not if it's danger.
Don't worry about the date.
What's up?
Another killing, Mr. Grigsby. Jimmy McFadden.
McFadden? Let me see that knife.
Russian. It's about time something was done about these people.
Well, he ain't dead. Just moved a little.
Get him off the street. I've got to find Marshal Wayne.
There was no smuggling.
Then how were you able to get so many seal hides into the country?
We pay.
You mean you paid duty?
We pay.
Who did you pay?
No talk. They kill me.
Who will kill you?
No talk. They kill me like the others.
What others? Mikhail, if you don't talk to me, they'll see that you hang. Now, that's not an easy way to die, with a rope around your neck. That's not a man's way of dying. Think about it. Going out.
Please. There were 3 others. Alexei Alexandrovich, Dmitry Kalkov, Petya Ivanov, murdered.
No murders by these names were ever reported.
Нет, we are afraid. We send their bodies home in ship.
Why were they killed?
They say we no more pay.
Who were they paying?
We pay to Cobb, we pay to Wiggins, we pay to McFadden.
That's why your people killed Cub and Wiggins?
No, нет. Вот те крест святой. No kill anybody.
When Barnes comes back, tell him I'll be at the Port Commissioner's office.
Well, you're making yourself mighty free with government documents, Mr. Wayne.
Public documents, Mr. Crane, and open to examination.
But hardly at such an unconventional hour. Russian fur imports.
Any objection to my reading them?
Oh, you've got a right to read any document in this office, Mr. Wayne. But under proper conditions.
Well, then open your file. It's locked.
I said under proper conditions, Mr. Wayne. Come back during office hours and the file will be open.
Tomorrow, the records might be gone.
I resent that implication.
That's too bad.
Need you uptown, Marshal. Jimmy McFadden. He was knifed.
McFadden? That's one of your port collectors, isn't it, Mr. Crane?
Yes, and a very good one, too.
You seem to be awfully upset about it.
I'm not an emotional man, Mr. Wayne, but I feel very badly about McFadden. He was a good customs officer.
When did it happen?
About half an hour ago.
For the sake of formality, where were you half an hour ago?
At the Bella Union bar.
Anybody see you there?
Now, Mr. Wayne, do I need an alibi?
Perhaps.
I spent the last hour and a half talking to Frank Grigsby, trying to cool him down. He was angry at you, Mr. Wayne. Said you're not taking proper action against the Russians. Oh, he was making threats, talking about vigilante action. And as a good citizen, I was trying to persuade him against violence.
And then you came straight here?
Yes,
Why?
I had some work to finish.
Getting your records all in order, I hope. Let's go.
Mr. Crane,
Where have you been?
I waited on the stair landing while Wayne and his friend left. Job's over, Mr. Crane. Pay date. Let's see. 3 Russians.
Cub, Wiggins, McFadden. That's 6. $50 a head, $300.
Thanks a lot. Anytime you want another job done, just You know where I hang out.
Wait. What's your price for a city marshal?
Well, that's a big job, Mr. Crane. That's a very big job.
I asked your price.
Well, I couldn't do it for less than 500.
Kill him. It's worth 500.
I like working for you, Mr. Crane. You're always trying to hide something. Want to kill somebody to keep it hidden. First the Russians, and the port collectors, now the marshal. I make a good living off you. Night, Mr. Crane.
Well, Doctor? Barely alive. Can he talk?
Excuse me, please.
Matt, best hurry on down to the docks. Grisby is organizing a mob to burn out that Russian factory.
Barnes, get a detail of men down there right away.
Yes, sir.
You can't stop Grisby with a show of force like that.
Or maybe a little bloodshed will convince people like Grigsby that I mean it. I won't have vigilante mobs. What do you want?
Jimmy McFadden.
Right, you can't go in there now, Peggy. Sit down.
You know, Matt, it would help if you could come up with a solution. You got anyone tagged as the murderer yet?
I've got 2 men at the head of my list, Crane and Grigsby.
Crane and Grigsby, why them?
I think Crane is using the killings to cover up his graft. The trouble is he has a perfect alibi for where he was at the time of the killings.
And Grigsby?
He's been trying to drum up public action against people he thinks are wrecking his business. Well?
He ain't dead. He can't be dead. We were going to be married. Married. It's true, Mr. Wayne. I told him to be careful. I told him the money didn't mean that much.
What money?
The $5,000 he was going to get.
$5,000? Jimmy McFadden was going to get $5,000? Where?
I don't know. He said he had it coming to him. He said it was as good as in his hand. Who done it, Mr. Wade? Who killed my Jimmy?
Peggy, would you like to help me find his killer?
Just try me.
Jack, find Commissioner Crane. Tell him he's needed to stop trouble down at the Russian factory. Meet me down there. You're going to get your chance, Peggy.
I wish I knew what you had in mind, Matt.
This is like a poker game. If I win this hand, I'll stop the riot without bloodshed.
Mr. Wayne, you wanted to see me?
There's a mob on the way down here to burn out this Russian warehouse. You understand their language. Talk to them. Keep them calm. I don't want them doing any shooting on their own behalf.
Is that all you wanted of me?
That's all for now.
I'll do my best.
Here they come, Matt.
That's all, Grigsby. Break it up.
You can't stop us, Wayne. We're getting them Russians for murder.
Murderers! Dirty, murdering devils!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Jimmy McFadden's girl.
McFadden's girl. Get her out of here, Jack.
No! I've got to tell you something.
Later.
Easy, girl, easy. That's the girl.
You came here for a murderer? I'll give you a murderer, but he won't be a Russian. 3 port collectors were killed, shut their mouths. They were thieves and grafters. They were only little thieves and little grafters. Grigsby, you've been crying that the Russians were taking your business away. Well, you were right. They were flooding the American market with their furs and undercutting you. But what you don't know is that the Russians were paying lump sums monthly to get their furs into the country. But whoever they were paying got greedy, raised the payments sky high. Well, when 3 Russians objected, they were killed, just like the port collectors were, with a knife in the back.
Yeah, but who did the killings?
Do you want to tell them, Mr. Crane, or shall I?
Your desire to break up a mob is most commendable, but not when you accuse innocent men of crimes to do it.
Yeah, why would Crane kill his own collectors?
3 port collectors couldn't get away with that kind of graft if Mr. Crane wasn't in on it. It's my theory that he started taking the biggest share. When the port collectors objected, they got the knife too, just like the Russians.
Theory, sir?
It ain't no theory. In order to keep him from getting the $5,000 you promised him, you killed my Jimmy. And that's the truth. Jimmy told me, and he wouldn't lie, not dying the way he was. It's just like Marshal Wayne says. Crane had him killed.
Hart, shut her up.
That look familiar?
Russian knife. Same kind that killed the other fellows. I guess I made a mistake.
That's the kind that'll kill you, Grigsby, the business you're in. You know, I had 4 rifles trained on you. If you moved into that factory to burn it down, you never would have made it. We'll go down to the jail and finish our talk. When your hired knife is through talking, I'll book you both for murder. Take him away. The rest of you people go home. Thanks for helping me, Peggy.
Now who's going to help me?
Roscoe, it's all over. You can go.
I now free.
Crane and his hired killer made full confessions. There's no charge against you.
Спасибо, батюшка родимый. Помогли человеку.
Oh,
Вовек не
wait,
забуду.
no,
Вовек
stop
не
it.
забуду.
Come on,
Спасибо,
Barnes,
дорогой.
get him out of here. Gee, what a way for a full-grown man to act.
Well, you know, they're an entirely strange and peculiar lot, those Russians. They make people suspicious of them, and their ways, too.
They may not be around too much longer.
What are you going to do, run them all out of town?
They'll probably run themselves out.
You know, you're right, Matt. It's the same old story. Greed and avarice wiping out entire herds, killing every bull, pup, and cow in the sealing grounds.
Isn't that the way with most of the nice things on this earth? Greed and avarice wipe them out. Well, start of a new day. What do you say we take a look at it?
California. Oh, I've traveled here, I've traveled there. I guess I've been most everywhere. But I like where I am today, and here is where I'll stay. Now, one thing I just can't endure is being broke and being poor. So I come west to take the cure, and here is where I'll stay. I've come to California, California. There's gold in them there hills in California. I've come to live where life is best, in the golden west. I'm gonna strike it rich in